welcome to my channel Ramya Jyotish. Today we'll be deep diving into one of the most important planetary transit of late 2025, that is of the planet of auspiciousness, the planet of fortune and expansion, Jupiter, Guru or Brihaspati. Jupiter has entered Cancer sign on 18th of October, which is his exaltation sign. Jupiter will stay in Cancer sign for next 45-46 days, and in between he will turn retrograde and will move back to Gemini sign. During this 45-46 days, it's generally believed that as an auspicious unconditional benefic planet, Jupiter is said to bestow majority of the benefic results. But will it really happen? And what is in store for all the 12 moon signs? That we will see in this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe, and also please like my videos, share my videos among your friends and family circle, and don't forget to give the feedback in comment section. Let's start what this Jupiter transit is. So Jupiter takes around 12 months in one sign and will move ahead to the next sign after 1 year. So Jupiter spends around 1 year in a sign, but this time, especially in the year 2025, Jupiter has become Atichari, that is a speedy motion planet, which actually has covered 2 Rashis and has entered the third one. So in the start of calendar year 2025, Jupiter was in Taurus, Vrishab Rashi, and then moved to Gemini sign, Mithun Rashi on 14th of May. Now on 18th of October, that is within the span of 5 months, Jupiter covered the entire span of Gemini sign. So these 5 months was a very quick transit of Jupiter, and Jupiter generally takes 12 months. So this time in less than half of the time he generally takes, he has already covered the distance. So this does arise a question that the kind of effects Jupiter is giving, is it leading to any big transformation? Yes. As for Medini Jyotish, Jupiter's motion being very speedy and covering such a large, vast distance indicates that there is some big transformation coming up, and also he is aspecting Saturn then and there. So now with entering to Cancer sign, Jupiter will gain aspect on Saturn. So both the gigantic planets connected in trine, trikona, definitely signifies some major events coming up. But the next 45-46 days won't bring up to that great extent, because Jupiter will try to manage, and it will be just transiting in the first degree of Cancer sign. And that's why we may not see majority of those events. And also Rahu is placed in 8th house from Jupiter. So majority of the auspicious results promised by Jupiter may be blocked by Rahu, because it's the Veda position, that is the blocking position, and that's why Rahu's presence in Kumbha Rashi, which is in the natural 11th house, will get more power during this time. Because Jupiter, when it was in Gemini sign, was aspecting Aquarius where Rahu is placed. So that's why Rahu had to follow the righteous path and couldn't deploy any of his mischievous methods. But now, once free from Jupiter's aspect, Rahu regains his strength and will be able to deliver his kind of result, that is, which is alike to his nature. So this would be very interesting to see what kind of effects we may expect. But in this video, we'll be focusing mainly on the individual moon sign effects, because from Medini Jyotish perspective, I will be making a different video where I'll not just be considering Jupiter's transit, but also upcoming transit of Mars, who will be moving to Scorpio and will get the aspect of Jupiter and will cast an aspect on Rahu. Because when Jupiter is in Cancer sign, Mars is in Scorpio, Rahu is in Aquarius, so we can see that Jupiter is giving strength to Mars, which is his beloved friend, and Mars will cast an aspect on Rahu, and that could be a bit deadly. So it's not a easy days coming up, but from individual moon sign perspective it could be different, and that's what we'll see today. So first let's start with the first sign, Aries moon sign. So as you can see on the screen, this is the chart I have casted at the time Jupiter transits to Cancer sign. So for Aries natives, this is an exceptionally spiritual period. So Jupiter's placement in your 4th house brings excellent opportunities to finalize on property matters. It's good to have a very good bonding with your mother, and your mother's health also will improve if it had any challenges in the past, and you would actually experience a good amount of happiness, and somewhere you will be completely satisfied and also might like to relax for some time as well. Any kind of house purchases, real estate transactions, all of this may take place in the next 45-46 days. Again, subjected to your individual Kundli as well as the current prevailing Mahadasha and Antardasha in your chart. That's very important, and these two factors play 70% of the role in determining the event. So transit hardly has 15 to 20% control itself, max to max, that to even the Jupiter transits, okay. And there is a double transit in your 12th house, so you might find or you might gain more and more amount of interest in occult sciences, in the path of spirituality, and because of Jupiter's presence in 4th house and you're completely comfortable, so it's a good time for you to start any kind of spiritual practices. With Rahu Ketu in 511, mantra sadhana is also a good option during this time. You may find you might find yourself drawn to occult or tantric practices also, and these pursuits could yield unexpected positive results to you during this time. So for Aries moon sign, generally this is a pretty good transit even though it's a 4th house. However, there is a cautionary note regarding your career. Jupiter's 7th aspect on the 10th house combined with Rahu's presence in the 8th house from Jupiter, this may bring some professional disappointments. You might experience sudden changes or disruptions that disturb your mental peace. So maintaining emotional equilibrium will be crucial during this time. For those experiencing Sade Sati, that is Mesha Rashi's Ashwini Nakshatra and Bharani Nakshatra, so because Kritika hasn't yet started with Sade Sati, because if we apply the 45-degree rule, so Shani Dev is already in 1 or 2 degree of Meen Rashi, so 30 and 15. So max to max the Bharani Nakshatra first pada. So these individuals will get some amount of relief, and though you should prepare for unexpected worries or expenditures to arise, because Shani Dev in the 12th house is currently Vakri and will turn direct on 22nd of November, and Jupiter aspect there is now helping, but on 11th of November when Jupiter also turns retrograde, then we will have a cascading impact. So 11th of November to 22nd of November could be a bit crucial time, because this 11-12 days Saturn would be in a retrograde stationary position and Jupiter would be in retrograde stationary position. So both these planets in a fixed kind of a position or not much movement. So this can give major amount of results during this time. So this 12-13 days, I would say be very cautious, because some big event is gonna happen in your life. So whether it's positive or negative, it would be up to you to take. And I would say from health perspective, be very cautious, because Saturn is still aspecting the 6th house and the 6th lord is not in a good sign right now. That is, he will be entering Scorpio zone, which is not a good sign for him. But he will again turn Vakri on 10th of November, and then he will move back to Libra sign, where he will join Venus. That is a good one. But still, 6th lord being in a retrograde motion is generally not good for health and also for any kind of competitive stuff also. But it will do very well for competitive exams, everything, because it would be in a good house. So overall, to say for Aries moon sign, The key is to focus on the spiritual and domestic gains while managing professional challenges with some amount of patience. So for Aries moon sign, the remedy which I would suggest is to worship Hanuman so that you can be witty and smart enough to tackle any kind of challenges coming over your path. And yeah, that's it. Next, let's go to Taurus moon sign. So for Taurus moon sign, Taurus natives are in for an exciting period of growth and communication. So Jupiter's transit through your third house opens up new opportunities and helps you excel in developing new skill sets. So your communication abilities will significantly improve, giving you the courage to express your ideas more confidently than before. Marriage prospects may begin to blossom during this time, though complete materialization may not occur just yet. And long distance travel may become a possibility during this time, and this could be connected to professional advancement or some personal growth also. And there is also potential for sudden profits from previous investments to materialize. However, be mindful of career matters with no direct aspect on Rahu, because Rahu is alone placed in the 10th house. There could be sudden uncertainty or unexpected collapses in career situations, and once Mars aspects this Rahu from 27th of October, it would be even worse is what I would say for Taurus moon sign. So your fortune may not favor to the extent it is expected to be. So it would be wise to maintain flexibility and have backup plans for yourself. So this was for the Taurus moon sign. As a remedy, I would suggest them to worship Mahalakshmi, because currently your Rashi Lord Venus is debilitated in the 5th house. So Jupiter being exalted, who is your 8th Lord in the 3rd house, is still fine. But and that also 11th Lord in 5th from itself is also still fine. But your Rashi Lord Venus is debilitated in the 5th house is not a good sign. So I mean, generally it will get for 25-27 days every year, but during this time when Jupiter is moving to 3rd house, and you won't have any kind of a support. So, and Shani is aspecting your Rashi, so everywhere you will see the slowness and all. So, chant Shani Bija Mantra, Om Pram Prim Pram Saha Shareshcharaya Namaha, because Shani Vakri in the 11th house and tilting towards the 10th, and Rahu there, also Rahu's Bija Mantra, that is also Om Bhram Bhrim Bhram Saha Rahave Namaha. So both these mantras of Rahu and Shani Bija Mantra, chanting 108 times daily, is highly advised for Taurus moon sign natives, that is Vrishab Rashi natives. Next, let's go to Gemini moon sign. So I think Gemini moon sign natives are the luckiest in terms of finances and wealth. So there will be a significant boost in finances and family wealth. This transit favors accumulation of savings and enhances your speech related activities, making it an excellent time for those in communication profession like teaching or any field where articulation matters. Health issues that may have been troubling you will likely resolve during this period. If you have been seeking a loan, the grant of that loan becomes possible right now, and any recurring monetary issues will begin to resolve, and Jupiter's blessings may bring abundance of wealth through good means, though Rahu's influence suggests you should be careful about unexpected issues, especially in monetary savings actually. Expect some sudden improvements or changes in your career. The re-entry of Jupiter into your 1st house in December will bring some renewed optimism and a fresh perspective on life. So this will mark as a transformation period for you as well. The 7th and 10th Lord getting into 2nd house is a very good combination, and it can give you great amount of wealth. But there could be some sudden improvement, and also the re-entry of Jupiter to Gemini on 5th of December will come with a very good perspective. But Janma Guru Naro Dukkha, So it is not so easy to have such a gigantic planet over your head. So patience is required, and you have to be very wise enough to tackle any kind of challenges, because Shani Dev is still in 10th house. So he will give you more and more amount of challenges of how to manage things, and you have to keep up with him as well. So that was for the Gemini moon sign. I don't have any remedies for you. Just that be wise enough and be dharmic enough. So that's it. Next, let's go to Cancer moon sign. Cancer natives, congratulations. You are entering one of the most fortunate periods possible. So with Jupiter exalted in your Rashi, you will experience enhanced personality, increased confidence, and overall happiness in fortune. Overall improvement in fortune and overall happiness in your life as well. This is truly a blessed time for you. However, Jupiter's presence in your own Rashi can bring up more and more amount of responsibilities. Unwanted worries also may surface, because such a gigantic planet sitting on your moon won't be that easy, but it would be exalted as well as Vargotam, so you can expect some good changes also in your life. So it's 5th, 7th, 9th aspect. Considering all these three aspects, I can say the benefits will extend across multiple life areas. So for those seeking children or involved in technical education, this period brings positive developments. Marriage prospects will improve significantly. Business ventures experience growth and career advancement becomes highly probable. During the retrograde phase, you will find this has an excellent time for introspection and self-improvement. Many pending works that have been delayed will finally reach completion. And if you have been experiencing Saturn's malefic results, expect considerable relief during this transit. So this is what I can say for the Cancer moon sign. So as a remedy, I would say be pretty calm, patientful, and take each and every matter one by one. Don't multitask or don't put everything on you, is what my advice would be for Cancer moon sign. Next, let's go to Leo moon sign. For Leo moon sign, the Leo natives will find Jupiter transiting through their 12th house, so which traditionally governs the spiritual growth or foreign connections and also expenses, especially related to hospitals. But this is an ideal time to deepen your spiritual practices and explore meditation or any kind of other work. So the retrograde phase, especially after 11th of November, this will support these introspective activities, because Jupiter will start giving 12th and 11th both house results after 11th of November. So you may see increased expenses during this time period, but all of this will likely be directed towards charitable activities or for meaningful pursuits, and interest in spirituality will grow, and you might find yourself progressing in spiritual practices or even receiving initiation into new spiritual path. So for Leo moon sign, I think this is one of the finest time periods, if we have to say, because Jupiter being in 12th house will aspect your 8th house, so it will enhance the spiritual tendency and also will control the malefic results of Saturn. And also being in 12th house, it will increase expenditure, but each and every money would be spent for a meaningful pursuit. So this is a pretty good time, is what I would say for Leo. But there is also potential for purchasing a new home, property or vehicle during this transit, because being in 12th, it will aspect your 4th house through its 5th aspect. And if you have been facing any kind of enemies or obstacles, expect to win over them, because it will aspect your 6th house. And though this victory may come after multiple setbacks, because Jupiter is aspecting your 6th house, that is Capricorn, but adjacent to it is what Rahu is present, so it's not that easy you will get success so quickly. So you will have to face multiple setbacks, and later you will get the victory. Grant of loans also becomes possible during this time. So because of Jupiter's aspect on 6th house, so there is a possibility of receiving loan as well. So this was for the Leo moon sign. I would suggest them to continue chanting Aditya Hridaya, because their Rashi Lord Surya is debilitated for the next 1 month, and Jupiter's presence in 12th house. So spiritual practices will safeguard you is what I would suggest. Next, coming to Virgo moon sign. Virgo moon sign individuals are poised for significant gains. Jupiter's transit through your 11th house is one of the most auspicious positions in the whole zodiac. So this will bring fulfilled wishes, social success and material gains, because Jupiter in the 11th will control Saturn, who is present in the 7th, and also will increase your marriage prospects. And because of Rahu's presence in the 6th house, it will make you victorious over your enemies. And also Jupiter in the 11th house can give you good amount of gains, but its aspect on 5th house can bring some worries related to children, but that would be bit manageable is what I would say. So Rahu's presence in the 8th house will badly affect any aspect of Jupiter on Capricorn related to that house. So that's where we can see the problems. And marriage prospects, I say all of a sudden it will improve, and new business opportunities or ventures will present in front of you. The key is to leverage your social network and remain open to collaborative opportunities that align with your long-term growth. So you will have a great amount of financial gains through your friends, associates, and all initiatives you undertake during this time will tend towards success. So people who have children, be very cautious. Your children might face some amount of problems, or for those who are seeking to have children, this could be a probable time, but after a lot of setbacks. And people who are focused students, especially Virgo sign students who are focused on education, great results will manifest for them, though these achievements will require considerable effort on your part. It won't come so easily. Generally Jupiter's results come pretty easily, but this time it has to go through after a lot of hard work itself. So that was for the Virgo moon sign. So there is no much remedy for them. They just have to be bit smart enough while managing their children and in other activities. Saturn's presence in the 7th house in a Vakri position, any person living in abroad and are worrying on visa related, and if you are Kanya Rashi, Virgo moon sign, probably this time period you might get some amount of relief. So if you have applied for visa or if you have applied for citizenship there, then probably it may get approved also. So this time seems to be a good one, because Jupiter's placement in 11th house denotes wish fulfillment. So if there is any long term wish of yours, that may get fulfilled during this time. So this was for the Virgo moon sign. Next, let's go to Libra moon sign. So for Libra natives, this is an exceptional phase for career advancement, because this transit will happen in your 10th house. So Jupiter's transit through your 10th house brings recognition, professional growth and advancement in your field. This is the time to push forward with career ambition and seek the recognition you deserve. Your wealth will increase and family happiness will grow, and if you are an advocate or work in profession involving speech, you will find particular success in earning through these channels. Your mother's health will improve if there have been any concerns in the past, and purchasing a new home, property, vehicle becomes very much possible during this time. And very significantly, I would say, Rahu may cause some disruptions in these matters, so be very wise and very cautious. And while buying any kind of a property, it's good to check documents not just once or twice, at least 3-4 times more, because it's better to give up than regretting about it later. So during the retrograde phase, that is 11th of November to December 5th, you may need to exercise patience when dealing with some authority figures, even your higher management, and any kind of health issues you have been facing will resolve with proper medication and medical attention is what I would suggest for Libra moon sign. So overall, Jupiter's presence in 10th house and aspecting your 4th house brings great amount of happiness, wealth, everything, yes. But after a lot of struggle, because Rahu is in fifth house right now. So your emotions might be disturbed, so you have to be very sure before expressing yourself or even doing or undertaking any kind of initiative. So you have to be, yes, through speech you will earn, but you have to be careful as well. So that was for the Libra moon sign. Next, let's go to Scorpio moon sign. So for Scorpio moon sign, what happens? You will experience the transit of Jupiter through the 9th house, Dharmasthana, Bhagya Bhava. And Jupiter is one of the finest benefic planets of Vrishchik Lagna, considering the kind of friendship Jupiter has with Mars, your Lagna Lord or your Rashi Lord. And Jupiter being in Karkatak Rashi will aspect Mars, who will come to your own Scorpio sign from 27th of October. So you will be quite courageous during this time, because for the next 45 days after 27th of October, its major amount of this Jupiter transit, Mars will be sitting in your Rashi and Jupiter will aspect it. So you will be brave enough, as well as you will be intelligent also, and you will actually take a wise approach to do any of your job. So probably that can give you great edge over your competitors, because 6th lord is Mars and also the Rashi lord, and he is coming and sitting in your Rashi. So you have to be brave enough to face things, and also you have to be wise enough. So bravery and wisdom both will go hand in hand during this time. Because of Rahu Ketu's presence in 14th axis, there will be some or the other kind of disruptions in career, some kind of dissatisfaction, frustration in career, and you will feel a sense of divine protection or relief from worries that have been troubling you. Because of Jupiter's presence in 9th house, and it is aspecting Saturn in the 5th house, so there will be some kind of divine grace, and that would be protecting you. New undertakings of yours will yield good results, and making this as an opportune time to start fresh projects or ventures, you can actually proceed. And education proceeds will smoothly go during this period, and love relations may blossom or may deepen as well during this time, because of Jupiter Saturn double transit in 5th house, and it's a Meena Rashi, Ubhayodaya Rashi. So I expect something fresh to start from you, and also education also will go smoothly during this time. And Scorpio natives will be in a very good time period right now. Enhancement of luck, higher learning, spiritual inclinations, everything is possible, and this transit is highly favorable for Scorpio natives who love long journeys, philosophical pursuits, and connecting with mentors or guides who can help your personal growth. So this was for Scorpio moon sign. The overall energy supports expansion of consciousness and understanding, whether through travel, study, or spiritual practice. You will find yourself growing in wisdom and perspective during these weeks. So this was for the Scorpio moon sign. There is no remedy, nothing. You just have to continue what you are working. There could be some disruptions in career, there could no mental happiness, or your mother may face major amount of health issues or problems. So you have to be cautious, or you have to be more attentive to their problems, is what I would suggest. It's the Rahu Ketu, but Jupiter in 9th house will take care of majority of the other stuffs, so you don't have to worry. So that was for the Scorpio moon sign. Now coming to Sagittarius moon sign. Jupiter moves through the 8th house, and this will bring transformation and enhanced research abilities, because Jupiter is your own Rashi Lord, and getting exalted and Vargotam in 8th house is quite tricky to understand, because from the position it's not that good. 8th house is not a good placement for Jupiter, though it indicates spirituality, Adhyatma and all, but getting exalted and Vargotam in 8th house or 6th house, 12th house is generally not considered good. It's like a wastage of good benefic results, and or it can even give more advantage to your enemies or to your opponents as well. So for Sagittarius moon sign, this is a time of deep change and potential gains through inheritance, insurance matters, or joint resources, because Jupiter in 8th house or even 12th house, it indicates kind of investments, insurance, and all these kind of stuffs. And it's like a risk hedging position. And though Rahu's presence to the third house may bring some unwanted disruptions in family events, but it will require you to navigate these situations with care. And that's why what I can say is that you will find yourself spending more time on dharmic or religious activities. This will also bring its own rewards, and speech related activities also will yield auspicious results to you. So Rahu's blemish actually will cause some problems, but the good activities which you are doing from days, that will yield positive results, and anything other than this can bring some problems to you. So you will gain a lot of interest in occult subject, mysticism, and deeper knowledge will intensify in these areas. So Sagittarius is generally a dharma sign, and they getting into occult science shouldn't be an shouldn't be a surprise actually. So this was for the Sagittarius moon sign. Of course, you will be thinking to purchase a new house, property, vehicle during this time, and the transformative nature of this transit also encourages you to release old patterns and embrace new ways of life. And I wish you good luck to do that, because your Rashi Lord Jupiter is sitting in 8th house for 45-46 days, which is the house of transformation, because Jupiter is exalted there. So this is one of the finest time periods for you if you want to transform, or if you want to change yourself and become something different, or if you have any big plans undertaken. So this could be a good time period. So as a remedy, I would say for Sagittarius, chant Dakshinamurti Stotra. That is the best thing for you. Next, let's go to Capricorn moon sign. So Capricorn moon sign individuals, they will experience a very good benefic influence of Jupiter in 7th house, and they will strengthen the partnership and marriages, and business collaboration will flourish during this time, making it ideal for forming strategic alliances or deepening the existing partnerships. Your income and earnings will increase, and your professional network will expand significantly. Overall confidence and happiness in life will grow for you, and this will create a positive atmosphere both in personal as well as in professional sphere. And there will be a lot of new opportunities coming your way, and initiatives will present themselves to you, and you will have the courage and optimism to pursue them. So the retrograde phase is favorable for reviewing and refining partnership agreements or any kind of business collaborations for Capricorn moon sign, and to ensure they serve you highest good as well. So that was for the Capricorn natives. I won't suggest any kind of remedy for you because not required, and because of Rahu Ketu in 2-8 axis, be very particular of what you are speaking, because till now Jupiter was sitting in 6th house and was aspecting Rahu in 2nd, so that's why you did not have any speech related issues and also monetary issues in family. So both of them may pop up during this time, so be little cautious in those matters. So that's it for the Capricorn moon sign. And Aquarius moon sign. So for Aquarius natives, benefit is from this Jupiter's transit through 6th house, because this will help to overcome any kind of obstacles, competitors, and also health challenges. And this is an excellent time period for resolving any kind of pending legal matters and achieving success in service oriented activities as well. So Aquarius is the Rashi of charity and philanthropic activities as per Gemini. So this is one of the Rashi where from where Jupiter is sitting in 6th house. So more and more you engage yourself in these kind of activities, that will bring great amount of relief for you itself. So your career receives a significant boost during this time. The majority of your expenses will reduce, and though you should anticipate some necessary family related expenditure, this transit is particularly auspicious for savings and speech related matters, making it highly favorable for building financial security. Health improvements are definitely likely, and any lingering health issues will begin to resolve. Your ability to overcome challenges and emerge victorious in competitive situations will strengthen considerably is what I would suggest. So Aquarius moon sign is not a normal, because now it's facing Sadesati and Jupiter will start sitting 6th and will start aspecting your 10th house, will aspect your 2nd house. So your expenses will increase and it will have for the meaningful pursuit, but there are certain kind of important stuffs which I mentioned, which you have to pay more attention. So that only will be the better remedy. Apart from that, for Sadesati, you should continue chanting Dasharathakata Shani Stotra or Shani Bija Mantra, or even you can donate black urad dal on every Saturday for around 8 Saturdays in Shiv Mandir or in Ganesh Mandir, and like 200 to 50 grams of black urad dal, that is more than enough. So during evening of Saturday, if you could do, it is accepted is what I would say. So this is for the Aquarius moon sign. Next, let's go to the final moon sign, Pisces moon sign. I know Pisces Meen Rashi people would be waiting till now. So Pisces natives will enjoy this transit of Jupiter because your Rashi Lord is coming to 5th house and is from the finest, Pura Punya Sthana. So it will do very well for your children. It will be very well for you. Your emotions would be valued and you will feel a lot of happiness flowing in your life. And because of this placement, this will bless children, creativity, romance, education and everything. And it's an excellent time period for speculative gains and creative pursuits also, because 11th house is currently aspected by Jupiter, but 12th house has Rahu, so that's why you have to be very careful. And even Shani is over your head, so that's when you will actually experience major amount of planetary movements. So this double transit of Saturn and Jupiter on your Rashi will bring some happiness and also relief from ongoing issues. While challenges and problems will continue, you will feel more equipped to handle them and will experience some moments of genuine relief or a kind of a joy as well. So fortune will truly favor you during this transit, and though Rahu's presence in 12th house may bring unwanted expenses, that will balance out or will go off with the good fortune. Your income also will rise, but so will expenditure, requiring conscious financial management. So that's what will happen during this time. So concluding this whole moon sign predictions, the Jupiter transit from 18th of October to December 5th will offer unique opportunities for growth and development for all moon sign, but the retrograde motion will add complexity, making this an ideal time for reviewing, refining and reassessing our paths forward. The Jupiter's transit will make you remember these predictions, and I think it will provide a great amount of positive results. But I would say consider these predictions as general guidance based on your moon sign, and your individual birth chart with its unique planetary position will modify the results. So your dasha antardasha also matters. So for professionally or for personalized predictions, consultation with the experienced astrologer is always recommended. Either you can come to me or you can go to any other astrologer who is qualified and who is aware of the subject. That's pretty much required. And if you find this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and also hit the bell icon to receive instant notifications. So this Jupiter's transit for next 45-46 days is pretty normal, but the speeding up of motion will make the events also occur so quickly. So overall in the world there would be a little bit of peace, but again ceasefire will be broken. So that's what has been happening from a very long time. So that was for the Jupiter's transit predictions for all the moon sign. This was in English, and coming up is both in Kannada and Hindi. Until then, thank you.